Today, on the last day of our vacation at Lake Iseo, we decided to take the train to the city of Brescia, 20 minutes away. From the train station, we walk for a good 20 minutes until we reach the old town. Once again, it's a gateway through a city wall and the remains of old houses that lead us into the old town.
Teilweise mit Fischgrätenmuster, teilweise wild gemauert.
Here we finally reach the pedestrian zone on Corso Giuseppe Zanardelli. The colonnades next to the theater, which still exist today, were only built in the mid-18th century.
Mit Handtaschen haben die es ja hier.
Along the street, we also find several shops selling luxury brands. Around the corner, Piazza del Vescovato awaits us. A fountain under the trees provides shade. And then we turn into the Cathedral Square. The square is rather unusual, with two churches at once, the old and the new cathedral. The elongated Cathedral Square dates back to the Middle Ages. At the north and south ends are two precious fountains, the Fountain of Minerva by Giambattista Cignaroli and the Brescia Armata Fountain. Other notable buildings on the Cathedral Square are the Palazzo Broletto and the Torre del Pegol. A special experience is a visit to the old cathedral, also called the Rotunda, which dates back to the 11th and 12th centuries, respectively. Incidentally, it is the only round-domed structure of its time. The cathedral essentially consists of three visually divided parts. We are amazed as we enter the church and, once we descend one floor, into the interior with its round floor plan of this Romanesque building. Two remarkable recessed side altars are the only decoration in this interior. The upper choir is separated by a central space. The choir area is filled with a portrait of the Blessed Virgin by Moretto. In the central part of the church, we find restored frescoes from the second half of the 13th century, especially in the two domes. Several side altars contain large-format paintings by Francesco Maffei and Pietro Marone. For art lovers, these paintings are certainly unique. Due to time constraints, we skip the crypt and the so-called Holy Cross. So we're back in the Cathedral Square, but this time in front of the new cathedral, completed only in 1825, with its magnificent Baroque facade made of Botticino marble. The new cathedral has a single nave and was built with a Greek cross floor plan and a mighty Renaissance dome, giving it a majestic appearance.
Diese massiven Stützwände.
The cathedral houses highly important works of art, including the 15th century wooden crucifix and a painting by Moretto depicting the sacrifice of Isaac. Due to time constraints, we expedited our visit to the new cathedral. Next to the new cathedral stands the Palazzo Broletto with the Torre Pegol. The Broletto was the public square where courts were held and fruit and vegetables were sold. Later, the town hall was called the Broletto. We now leave the cathedral square through a narrow alley and shortly afterwards reach the parallel Piazza del Loggia. The Piazza della Loggia is the Salon of Brescia and the most beautiful square in the heart of Brescia. The square is bordered by the astronomical clock tower on the Torre dell'Orologio and the Palazzo della Loggia, the seat of the city administration. Restaurants and bars are located around the square, housed in buildings built in the 16th century in the Venetian Renaissance style. Between the clock tower and Torre Bruciata stands the marble statue of Bella Italia. A few steps further, and we're at the next square, Piazza Vittoria. It feels rather cold and aloof. This is due to the massive buildings of fascist architecture from the early 20th century.
Aber was hier ein Nashorn soll, verstehe ich auch noch nicht ganz.
Of course, we could have continued on to the district of ancient Brescia. But we skipped that in favor of coffee and cake in front of the cathedral. We must have a reason to come back.
Heute unser Snack eingenommen.